What's going on, guys? J-Rob the Collector here. We have a very interesting video for you today. I wanted to walk you through and explain the saga of this Gold Star Gyarados here, this PSA 6. I hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. Let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can see, we have a Gold Star Gyarados here. It is a PSA 6, so it's pretty not in the worst condition. And as you know me, I love Gold Stars in any condition, so I'll never complain out of 6. But if we take a closer look here, you're going to see that it looks like it's in absolutely great condition, like maybe an 8 or a 9. That's what I was hoping for. So I really want to get into the story here. So I got this card back in 2022 in the summer. So after comparing and contrasting to pictures that I actually had of the card before I sent it out, and now looking at the card in the slab, it looked like there may have been some damage done. So what I did was I reached out to the middleman that I use, whose name is PSA Canada. They're amazing. They're kind of a middleman, obviously, between PSA in the US. They're called PSA Canada, but they really are a middleman service. So I reached out to them, letting them know that, it looks like there may have been some damage to the card. And normally, I wouldn't care that much, but because this is a pretty valuable card and the next couple grades up get exponentially more expensive. So I wanted to reach out and see what they said. So they said, yeah, you know what? Send this off to PSA in the US to see what they say. So they did get back to me, and they gave me the option of actually sending in the card for an analysis to see if, the damage was reasonable and to see if it was really, something they can take a look at. So I ended up sending the card. So eventually I kept checking in. So we sent the card in September, October time frame. So we finally got a response back from the official PSA in the US last month, letting me know that, yes, there actually was some damage done to the card. It wasn't on the front, it was actually on the back. So let me see if I can get it here. It's right here, right in that area. I don't know if, yeah, there it is. See that? It doesn't look like much, but it made the card a PSA 6, which I don't think it was before. So PSA actually said that, yes, we did have damage to it, and it should have been a PSA 8, not a PSA 6. Obviously, it came back a PSA 6, so there's nothing we can do about that. So they did offer me a solution. They offered me $90 US, which if you know the difference between a 6 and an 8, it's nowhere near that. So $90 US covered the fee to grade it and like shipping costs and things like that. I don't think there's really kind of a logical number in the $90. So to say the least, I was not really happy with that resolution. So the middleman at PSA Canada is an incredible dude, and I just said, well, I looked at both cards. The difference between a PSA 6 and a PSA 8 was about $700. Like it's a pretty substantial difference. So I let him know that, and ultimately he actually decided that he didn't want to go back and forth with PSA anymore. He decided that he wanted to make it right, and he actually provided the difference to me himself. It wasn't exactly $700, but it was a very good middle ground, so I accepted that offer graciously. That was very well handled. It's a really interesting story because if I went direct to PSA, who knows what they would have done? It would have been very tough to get in touch with them, but because I have a good relationship with this with the middleman, he was very responsive and communicative. Even though it took PSA 6 or so months to get back to us, the resolution was done, and it was an okay process for me. The only thing was I didn't have this card in my possession for 6 months, but that's okay. That $90 resolution is just like, if that was the only thing, maybe if I were to deal with PSA directly, they would have offered me that, and it would have been pretty brutal. As I said, the difference between a PSA 8 and a 6 is $700, so to be offered 700 Canadian difference, so 90 US, what is that, 120? 130, like it wouldn't have been acceptable. That's kind of the story with the Gyarados. It was crazy. I can't believe that happened to this card. It could have been any card. So just goes to show you that, you know what? I know there's been some issues with middlemen. I won't name any names, but there's been some big issues. But if you can find one that you can trust and you have a really good relationship, chat with them on the phone, really build that rapport with them, and make sure they're legit and trustworthy first and foremost, maybe they're not a bad, alternative to going direct. So I do have a couple mail day packages, but I just wanted to make sure I told you guys that story. So I hope you learned something with that. And, PSA is grading millions and millions and millions of cards every year. There's a high chance that, something's going to happen. It could have been to a cheaper card. It can be to even more valuable cards than this and more expensive. So, thankfully, they were able to deal with it properly in connection with the middleman, and we got it all sorted out. So, that's that. All right, boom. Let's get this package open, baby. See what we're dealing with here. I have a couple packages. I think I know what we got, but as always, not 100% sure. So we're going to find out together. All right, let's get this open. Oh my God, we got the pizza pocket as a as a protector. Oh my God. Okay, all right. It is a PSA slab. Let's get rid of our pizza pockets. See if anything else is in here. Looks like nothing. Let's see what it is. Boom, baby. Oh my God. Let's go. Bit of a story on this one. I'm so happy to get this in the collection. I've been wanting this for so long. Let's take it out of this plastic. It doesn't even fit the card. Oh, baby. Let's go. What a beautiful card. Even nicer in person. So I'm in a couple different Facebook groups for Pokemon cards, selling, trading, buying, whatever. And there was an auction on there, and I took part in the auction for this. I just threw out a random number. It ended up being $502 Canadian, which is a really good price. It was either 502 or 503, and that was kind of the last bid, and there was no action for a while. I really didn't think that I would win it, but I ended up winning it for that price, so that's pretty good. That's like under 400. I know the card's like around 400 US, maybe a little bit less, but that's quite a bit lower than that. So I was able to get it at a good price, and oh man, I've been wanting this card ever since it came out. I was trying to get a raw copy to grade, but I just never found the right copy at the right price. So here we go. We got the PSA 10 to add to the collection. So really happy with that. All right, package number 2, baby. Let's go. What do we got? Oh my God. It's a bulletproof package. Well done on the packaging. Well done. No pizza rolls this time, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna be careful opening it. Never want to damage the inside. Boom! We got a little bit of a what do we call this? A little Charizard smorgasbord here a little bit. Let's see what we got though. Okay. Let's take that out. Boom! We got a couple different cards, very random. Okay. So we got a couple different Hidden Fates cards. Jesse and James, the full art trainer. Celesteela, and then the Charizard GX that comes in the tin. But this was the best thing, obviously. This is what I was really going for. An Evolutions pack, a Charizard one. I'm looking to complete the art set. It's not like crazy expensive right now, but who knows? Maybe it'll drop, maybe it'll go up, but I think it's a good time to maybe get an art set. It's definitely come down from the $1,000 US peak of the booster box, so maybe it's a good time. He gave me a good deal on the 3 cards in the pack. It was 25 Canadian, which is around, 18 or so US. I know the pack alone goes for around that. I mean, these aren't really expensive, but overall, pretty good deal. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me for story time today and the little saga of the Gold Star Gyarados. Really had a lot of fun with this video, and I'm happy to have this baby back in the collection safe and sound. So thanks again for joining. Obviously, if you liked it, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Once again, we have a huge giveaway at 500 subscribers. We're almost there, and we're actually running a giveaway right now on Instagram with the Collector app. Done a bit of a collaboration giveaway. Go check out that in the link in the bio below. Thank you so much, guys, once again for joining. Had a blast with this video. And as always, good morning, good evening and good night, and we'll see you in the next one. Love ya. Take care. Bye. Mwah. Bye-bye. 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 Mwah.